The last couple of days have been, for lack of a better word, rough for crypto. And I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for really bullish content from me, especially with a name like Moon and Papa, like it says down there. To be honest, I actually have some good news for you. You might remember my video about Bitcoin's bull flag setup. Well, the reality is that the others market cap chart actually has a bullish setup as well, but this time it's not a bull flag, it's a bullish pennant. And I'm going to be breaking down what a bullish pennant is, what we can expect the price action of the others market cap to do. But before I get there, you know what to do. First, like the video. Second, get out your notepad, take notes on all this stuff. I'm teaching you guys some really useful TA techniques here in this video. But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so. We're getting closer and closer to our target of 100,000 subscribers. My goal is 500,000. We're going to get there with your help. So like the video, share it with people that are into crypto, that are getting into crypto, or maybe have been burned by crypto because they don't know how to read charts. We're going to go over all of that in today's video. So let's get into it. First off, a bullish pennant. The textbook formation of a bullish pennant is actually way easier than you realize. A pennant, for those that don't know, is basically like a flag. Now, there are some flags that we know that are like in this shape. Basically, it's our flag, or like the United States, right? We have all the stars and stuff. We have the stars and stripes. Great. That's a flag, right? So the difference between a flag and a pennant is that a flag is typically going to be this rectangular shape, whereas a pennant is going to be more of a triangle shape. And the pennants have a flagpole, just like a normal flag does. Now we look like Puerto Rico, I'm pretty sure that is. But this actually is a very bullish setup. Now, there are a couple of things to keep in mind about pennant flags or pennant formations. And that's what we got going on here for the others market cap chart. Now, a couple of things I need to bring you up to speed on if you did not watch that video or you're new to the channel. We need to be careful not to do anything crazy until we get a bullish break. I personally am expecting a bullish breakout to the upside, which is our line of resistance right here. And the reason for that is simple. What I like to focus on is counting pierces, which are all of these wicks, these thin lines that are above this white line of resistance right there. We have 1, 2, 3 pierces, and we have 1, 2 tests. That's almost a test right there. So to refresh your memory, a pierce is when the price shoots above a line of support or resistance. It doesn't matter. Pierce can go in either way, but it's when the price action goes above and beyond, or rather below, support or resistance. A test is when the price respects that line of support or resistance. So for example, this is a perfect test right here on January 21st. Here's another perfect test right here. So this is the way that I use support and resistance lines to help me figure out and to make a probable guess as to which direction the market's going to move. So when I see the majority of one side having lots and lots of tests and pierces, I'm going to be expecting a breakout towards that direction. It's as simple as thinking about your favorite Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee kung fu movie. You see them in that training dojo and they're working on that board and they're just going over and over and over again until finally it's a slow motion and they break through, right? Or it's like the big chopping down on the cinder blocks. Now, that happens with lots of practice because it's going to be a montage of some sort. But what I need you to understand is that these breaks don't typically happen on the first go. We have 1, 2, 3 pierces. It's a weakened line. We have 1, 2 tests. It's testing and it's respecting. Okay, so we have 5 we have 2 tests and 3 pierces on resistance. On the support side, this is not a test. You can see the dot that's right there. That's because I drew my line from here to here. Now, on Monday, because of the DeepSeek FUD, and I do believe it is 100% FUD, and its exchange is taking advantage of a bearish NVIDIA, which crashed the stock market, which is also crashing crypto. I believe that they're taking a lot of profits and forcing the market down to liquidate longs, so that way they just make a ton of money. That's my personal suspicion about it. But anyway, we have 1 pierce right here, another pierce right here. And today, we're actually holding above. even if you don't subscribe to this, one thing I need you to understand as well is that we can go off of bullish structure as well. And what I mean by bullish structure is actually really simple and easy to understand. I'm going to be using a horizontal ray for this. I'm going to lock my drawing tool just to prove the point. We have a low here at 288, another extreme low here at 301. Now, this low that we saw on Monday, as devastating as it was, we didn't actually break bullish structure. If Monday's low met or exceeded the low we saw on January 13th, then we got a real big problem. As bad as things feel right now, as red as a lot of your portfolios look right now, the reality is that we didn't break bullish structure. So even if you don't subscribe to this theory of a bullish pennant, like I do, we're actually still sitting pretty. And we have another thing that we can look at for a little bit of encouragement here, and that's RSI. When we look at daily RSI for the others market cap, I'm getting to the pennant, don't worry. But for all of you that are like naysayers, like, well, it's on a pennant, it's not blah, 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 blah. I'm going to show something else to you. So we have bullish price-based structure still intact. Daily RSI. This is a hand-drawn line of support right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do my trend line. The low here on November the 4th was 23.11. We have a low here on December the 19th at 24.92. I want to get these as exact as I possibly can. So we got 23.11. Oh, no, go away. There we go. 23.11. And then 24.92. Okay. And I'm going to lock this bad boy. Now, when we're looking at daily RSI, I use this whole idea of bullish support structure as well. I use ascending support resistance ascending support lines, descending resistance lines to help me gauge strength or a lack thereof, because that's what RSI does. It's the relative strength index. What I see is that despite all of the bad vibes happening in crypto, on the 28th, this past Tuesday, RSI, daily RSI for the others market cap went down to 27. It did not meet or exceed the low we saw on December the 19th. It actually is holding. It's making a higher low. I fully expect others to bounce from here. I told you guys you're going to like this video. It's a bullish video. It's a good recovery video because we need some good bullish vibes right now. I know it feels really bad. So what is the expected outcome? We have bullish structure intact based off of price. I say price because this is a market cap. RSI is looking great. We have higher lows. That's bullish as well. What is the expected outcome? Well, the expected outcome for a bullish pennant is almost exactly the same as a bull flag. We have a flag pull that we measure from the bottom of, or rather the start of the impulse to the top. This was 138% growth from November all the way up here to December. The expectation is to take that flagpole, that same measurement, and superimpose it on the breakout. Now, whenever this happens, my guess is it's going to be somewhere over here. To be honest, it's going to take some time. But when it happens, we have a topside target of the others market cap increasing by 138%. But from the current price, moving up probably 150 or so, 159%. This is going to be extremely bullish for alts, for all of you that were trading and enjoying the nice bull rally that we saw thanks to Trump's locking in the presidency in the United. I can't speak. You know what I mean? Trump won. He's president. There we go. So the market had a bullish Trump pump. Now, this will not necessarily be a Trump pump in my opinion, but we have more breaks, more pierces, more tests to the upside. Therefore, I am leaning more towards a break to the upside. It makes more sense to see the others market cap break to the top side and to continue moving higher. I still believe that we are in a top year. Now, time makes a difference. This rally from November right here up into December to the top was a month and a couple days, 33 days. Now, there is something that I need to wait to make the video because I need to do more research. But believe me when I say when we get to the middle of April, I'm going to be looking at trying to take some more profit this year because every single May that we've seen for way too long has resulted in some sort of a crash. It happened in 2024, happened in 2023, happened in 2021. So when we look at this possible growth of 138 or 150% from our current value for the others market cap, it could happen in 33 bars. It could also take a whole lot longer, depending on whenever this break happens. But when we finally get to mid-April, I'm going to be looking to scale out of more positions to secure profit or to put my stop loss in the profit zone. So just a friendly little reminder, and I will be releasing that video later. I need to do more research in it and to get it properly queued up for all of you. But this is a good sign. Again, statistically, it's more likely to see the others market cap break to the upside, which means all of our low caps, everything that's below the top 50, all of these meme coins, all this stuff that's been crazy oversold for such a long time should do really well. Now, there's something else that's really bullish, and that's good. And that is the others dominance chart. It is admittedly heavily oversold. But what are these growth lines right here? What's this 42%? What's this 12%? This has to do with something that I call an RSI reset. An RSI reset is when daily RSI is oversold, and oversold is determined by the RSI value being below 25, but then it crosses up 25. That's the reset. That's the reset. And the reset is in progress right now. I really hope and expect it to do the reset today. We still have a target right now. We have an enemy, and that enemy is this red line, and it's taking forever for others dominance to recover. But I do believe others dominance will recover, and the RSI reset we saw back over here in November resulted in a growth of 42% for others dominance. Over here in December, 12%. So if we see 12%, that's not going to do too much, but we'll be happy for sure. But given the fact that we have this highly bullish outcome for this bull pennant for others, I actually expect others dominance to move up to this coveted range of 11.72%, which would be extremely bullish, which would cause a big shift. Now we're already starting to see some charts capitulate and move up. Now, I want to also talk about this idea of an RSI reset, focusing here on WIF. WIF happens to be pumping a lot right now, but I want you to notice something right here. We've seen many RSI resets. There was one right here, which actually did exceptionally well. Saw WIF increase 150%. But on these downtrends, we see another one right there. Oh, I can't do it because the stupid thing is in the way. Don't you hate that? Right here, we got two of them. We have another one right here, but the price keeps falling. The reality is that we really need to keep an eye on volume because volume tells the story. If there is no volume, then there's no buying. So we could have as many RSI resets, but if we don't have any volume to support that reset, it's not good. Here we go. Again, even though it did result in WIF pumping up 28%, which is good, we didn't have volume to support it. But look at the difference now. Now we have all of this bullish buying volume. Even though yesterday was a major sell-off, even though WIF literally round tripped all the way back down to its low set here on the 5th of August, 2024, after the panic crash because of the Nikkei crashing, the Japanese equivalent of the S&P. It actually wicked lower. But it round tripped, and look at the volume now. This is actually good capitulation volume, believe it or not. WIF is insanely oversold, absolutely destroyed. But there's a lot of upside potential right now. I know it doesn't feel amazing because we've been faked out so many times. But the reality is that RSI resets, when coupled with volume, can be a very bullish reversal signal. The main things I need you to take away from this video is that others is primed to break above resistance and to shoot up to $800 billion, which would be a massive, massive relief rally. Albeit many charts look like WIF and they're already heavily oversold. So while charts may not be making new all-time highs, they'll at least be recovering and liquidating a lot of short sellers, which have been winning ever since December, especially for WIF. Others dominance is admittedly still looking quite bearish, but it's in process of flipping bullish, which in the last 2 times, others dominance increased to 12% and also 42%. The long and short of it is that I do expect things to get better for others, and I'm actually taking that bet because over here on Altseason, I actually have an automated bot that's running for WIF, and I was surprised because literally just an hour ago, it opened up a long position. I was like, what? Why is this opening up a long? But when I looked at the chart and I see it pumping, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. So this could be the worst possible entry, but it could also be an amazing bottom entry. I don't know. But the beauty of this is that I'm using an automated trading strategy to help me automate my portfolio. So that way I'm feeling at least I can make videos like this and let the bots do the work for me. Okay. So using an automated strategy with Altseason helps amazingly. And I made a video last week. I'm going to add it to the end of this video. I'd love for you guys to watch it. How to connect your exchange to Altseason. That's just like the first step. I'm going to go through how to set up bots on Altseason, how to set up an automated trading strategy like I'm doing here with WIF as well in future videos to come. So keep an eye out for those, and you have to subscribe so that way you know what's up. The long and short of it, others looks good. There is a high probability that it will break above resistance, which could trigger growth of up to 138%, which would spark a really nice recovery rally for alts that a lot of us are really hurting for. Others dominance is also flashing that RSI reset, which is a very bullish reversal signal. So the thing you need to know as well, and for all of you that are here at the end, I love doing this. So for all of you that are here at the end, I want you to type the best parts at the end, okay? The best parts at the end. When alts recover, many people will be late to the recovery rally. Everyone wants to be early, but many people will be late. Here's a tip. When you notice that charts are starting to rebound, it's actually more advantageous for you to use more size at the beginning of the recovery than more size at the end of the recovery. Most of us are late to these big recovery rallies that happen. If we're expecting others to increase up to 150% from where we are right now, we're going to see a lot of these charts like WIF, like Pepe, like Doge, like all this stuff is going to go crazy. But many people will be speculating on the sidelines thinking, well, no, it's going to come down. Because you've been trained by all this bearish price action that, oh, well, price is getting, we've already topped out. But so many metrics are still pointing to the fact that we haven't even gotten close to topping out. I still believe this is a top year and that the top is still months away. The point is that at the beginning of the recovery is the best time to put more size in. And as the price starts to go up, scale out. Don't scale out at the end when things are starting to go down. Scale out into strength. When the prices are going up and you bought in low, start selling when the prices are going up higher. Now, a lot of you have round-tripped a lot of profits over the last couple of weeks. Learn. Learn from your mistakes, okay? You can always make back your profits, but you need to do something differently. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different outcome each time. So if you're not going to take profits on this next recovery rally, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're basically going to be giving back your gains again. I also have another video I'm going to add right here. It's going to pop up that talks about when to sell. The video looks a little bit freakish, like, oh no, it's time to sell, like everything's crashing. It's not that. It's reminding you how to take profit, how to scale out of positions. I want you to watch both of these videos. They're going to help you out a lot, okay? So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.